All right, this is the third try. Third one is the charm. Hello and welcome to our podcast number 5. I'm happy to be back. We had a little bit of a Thanksgiving break, which I love Thanksgiving, obviously, all the gratitude and all the yummy foods, and a little break is needed, especially for our kids. They go to school a long time. In Germany, you have a fall vacation. There's no such thing here until Thanksgiving, until you have your first couple of days to sleep in since school started in September, which is, it's a lot. It's a long time. Anyway, so I'm grateful to be back. I'm ready and charged to help you align, to help you find connection to your higher self and to higher whatever it is that you believe in, so that you then in exchange can let in all the stuff you want to let in. This is why I do this. I love the whole manifesting idea of manifesting, the idea of that all of it is given, ask and it is given, like Abraham Hicks wrote that book, or Esther Hicks wrote that book. And it's been my passion for over 10 years now. And my life has evolved in ways I never imagined it could. And I'm very, 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 very grateful for where I am right now. So, and my hope and my goal is that I can inspire as many people as possible to become the version of themselves they want to be. So if you ask yourself right now, when you listen to that, who am the version of me right now? Am I happy with that? Am I grateful for that? I mean, yes, we're grateful for where we're at and what we have, but is this how I would like to finish? When I say goodbye to this life, when I look back, is this enough? Or am I asking for more? Am I dreaming of more? Am I wondering if I should have, could have, should have, could have, should have, would have? What is it? What comes up first thing? That's the one. That's the one you will regret not going for. Boom. Just so you know. Alignment work is sometimes tedious, but most of the time it's more of a training. It's like going to the gym. It's a frequency gym that we're working on here every week. So the basic program, obviously I've talked about, is the first week we focus on love, and we talk about love, self-love, love for life, love for your moment, love for the people in your life, love for your past self, for your future self. And you can write all these letters and you can have all these kind of wonderful conversations about love. That's week 1. Then it's joy. Week 2, same thing. You kind of, what brings joy to me? How can I reach for it? How can I create more of it? What doesn't bring joy to me, etc., etc. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of focus on these sort of very broad themes that will bring up a lot for all of us. And you wonder, is this what I should be doing? Yes. Anything that comes up while you think about joy and love is what wants to be heard, seen, and discussed, and hopefully healed and grown through and experienced, etc., etc. Week 3, I usually focus on abundance, which is same thing. Love, joy, and abundance all have similar vibration, just as same vibration as frequency as gratitude. And then the last one is alignment, and alignment summarizes all the 3 weeks prior to that. So that's the basic program. That's the basic. Every time you find yourself, you're lost, you move through the year, and you're like, nothing is the way I wanted. Oh, I could go back and start. Which week am I at? Is this week 2? All right, let's think about joy. Let's write about joy. This is something you can do in self-study. You don't need me for that. You don't need anyone for that. It just gives you a framework. And then while this becomes second nature, just like walking does, running does, tennis does, swimming does, yoga, whatever it is, becomes a second nature. It becomes, when you do yoga for a year, your body feels very different and you're very used to certain movements and certain stretches, and you can stretch deeper and you can go deeper. And that's the same way in energy work. So you do the framework, you strengthen the muscles, you stretch, you widen, you open, you lengthen, you do all of that with that basic 4-week focus 30. Let's focus for 30 days. Let's do it. Let's do it 2-3 times a year. You don't have to do it every month. And then comes all the nitty gritty. All our beliefs are going to fly at us and say, you sure? You sure? You sure you're aligned? You sure you're ready? You sure you really want that abundance? You sure you really believe you deserve it? Etc., etc. And it will come. And that's when we do the deep work, right? That's when we do the conversations, the understanding that everything around us is a reflection of our inner worlds. And whatever comes to us is a signal by our soul, sent to us by the universe, by the love, by creator, whoever it is you believe in, to put a light, a little light that sort of points right at it. For instance, I spend money on something big because I think it's worth it, and then there are these little voices. What do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? Etc. Etc. These voices are not here to punish you. These are old patterns, old belief systems, and they're just running through our space, like Abraham Hicks is talking about. When every belief has momentum, and the longer in your life you feel these, think these beliefs, and you believe these beliefs because someone put them there. No, not you. Most of the time, not a bad meaning person, just someone who was just as limited, and that's okay. These people were put there for us to learn and grow. So these beliefs are like they have a lot of momentum, and if you just plainly say your affirmation, they will run you over. With when I run around and I say I'm worthy $5 million, I'm worthy all of that, and all of a sudden my car is broken and I have to do a very expensive fix on my car, and all of a sudden I get panicky and fearful. Ooh, I'm not trusting enough. That's the experience, right? That's where I lose trust. That's where I lose my alignment because, oh my God, I knew it. I dare to go somewhere and the life is showing me it's actually not safe to trust. That's the time to dig deeper to trust. Fix the car. Yeah, those things happen. And I still trust that what I did and what I'm doing is exactly where I want to go and what I believe in. And I believe that I'm supported, and I believe that I'm loved. I believe that I'm healing. I believe that I believe in love. I believe in the connection to the greater, whatever it is, being. And that's really the most important connection that I have. It's my relationship with myself, with my inner self, with my higher self, because in that connection you can heal and take care of all issues that come your way. It doesn't mean that you are running through life and nothing phases you. It doesn't mean that at all. You will always be presented with new levels of learning. And all of these levels of learning have the only sort of path they have is to put a light in a certain area that you do not are not ready yet, not as trusting, not as connected, and say, I need more trust from you. And that's the most exciting, but also a little bit anxiety provoking dance, right? So you wake up and you're like, oh, whatever it is, I need XYZ, and oh my God, is this going to work out? Is my kid going to school I want? Is my kid getting on the team that I want? Is my boss going to give me the promotion that I want? There's a lot of beliefs running through our head, and the more we let these fears and worries run our space, the less we are connected. As soon as we feel uneasy about something, we're moving away from alignment. We're moving out of the picture. The alignment is when we're centered. Ouch. Not scratch ourselves. The alignment is when we're centered, when we find peace with our now, radical acceptance with our now at any given point. Even gratitude, if you can. If that's not possible, if you are overwhelmed with your emotions, that's not a time to try to force yourself to believe anything else, right? Um, if you are not well, then it's time to take care of yourself. If the anxiety just runs your space, if the worry runs your space or your day or even your week or the entire month or the entire year, that means that's like a beacon like thing. Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop. This is what you have to take care of. As long as you are anxious and so as long as you're not well, things will not go your way. Never ever. They will go a little bit. You will break down. Once we get to the point of breaking down, that's when an opening happens. It's the moment of when we give up and say, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, life, thank you. I'm done. I'm not fighting anymore, because then we letting go of the grip. I'm done. I'm done. In whatever fashion you are done, if it's like I'm done, I'm angry, I'm gonna break something, or I'm done, I want to cry and I'm breaking down on the floor and sob. Either way, is both are a breaking of tension and a breaking of your holding things and trying to control things, and you let things in a different way. But not but that's an option, and that's always most of the time how things go. I don't want to break down for over everything that I'm hoping to get in my life. I don't want to have to fight to the point where I'm not well and anxious and have to cry and maybe things have to break for me to notice something. I would like to, here at Focus 30 and in my private life, I'm training myself on a daily basis with my own tools every day when I wake up to focus, to get in alignment as much as I can with my now, with my desires. And as soon as discomfort comes in, I question. And yes, it can be incredibly exhausting. Sometimes I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done questioning. I'm done. Whatever. Do whatever you want. And that's usually the moment when we hand it over to something else, to something bigger. Some people do it consciously and say, God, you're the one in charge. And some people do it more sort of subconscious because they don't really believe in God, but they say, I'm done. I have nothing I can give anymore. And then again, bigger parts of the universe will step in, even though we don't necessarily, recognize them as something, I don't know, spiritual. In the end, we all go back to spirit and we know. I would like to have fun before. I don't know about you, but that's why I'm here, because I like to train my frequency and I do it on a daily basis, and I love life. Okay? And I cried today. So it doesn't mean the fact that I love life and I align myself and I frequency train myself every day doesn't mean I have no issues, right? I cried today. I went on my walk and because I'm starting a new project and I'm doing new exciting things, which you will hear about very soon. And I walked onto where I walk every day now and talk to the creator, talk to the universe, talk to love. And I say, okay, what is standing between me and receiving all of that? What is standing between me and being aligned with my desire right now? Please show me. And man, was I crying. There was a lot of anger. There was a lot of, some stuff is from very, very long ago. These things don't just go away because you do it once or twice or 3 or 4 or 5 times, because life goes in a circle and we hit similar patterns over and over and over. And the more we train our frequency, the faster we go past these. If I had maybe 6, 7 years ago, if I were in a place like this, I would be going through hoping for change for years. And this time it's taken me days. So I'm super excited. I'm super happy about the freezing cold outside and the candles that I have. I love light. Look, here's my candle for you. Some light. I made this once in ceramics class. It's not very pretty, but it holds the big candles really well. I love it. I love candles. I lost my track, but I'm really sorry. This is my 3rd recording, and I promised myself I'm not going to record more than 3 times, whatever, and I'm just going to go with whatever I did. And I hope you are getting something out of this. We are, this is still week one. So week one in German, week one in America. Still thinking about love, still focusing on love. If you have any questions, nitty gritty, if you're like, listen, you and your love talk, what the heck? So basic, and I just don't, that concept just doesn't hit me. I'm just mad. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You're mad. So tell me more about it, what you're mad at. And that's when the light comes in, because you're going to say something along the line, I'm mad that I don't know, I've been working hard for my whole life and I don't understand why there is no money, or there is no safety, and there's no love, or whatever it is, or men suck, or women suck, or whatever it is. There's something that's making you mad. And there's usually several things that make us mad. And those are all our points that we can work on, nitty gritty, fine tune them over and over, talk about it, process, and let go. And we'll face them again, but next time it won't take as long, because we will be much more aware of it, because we've been training our frequency for however long we've been doing this. And new developments will come. People will come into your life. Opportunities will come into your life. And then sometimes we're like, oh, things are happening, boom, and things explode because we get too excited, because we're not aligned enough and not grounded enough, and we take off because fears come in. But that's okay. That's part of life. Healing is not one straight path, or left or right, or up and down. Healing goes all over the place. And that's the exciting part about life, right? When you dig deep, so why is this coming up again? How did I get triggered? Etc., etc., right? This is so fun. Oh, well, I hope I inspired you. And love is for another, we're focused on love for another couple of days. And then next week will be joy. We are actually meditating this Sunday in person. I haven't booked any online meditations at the moment. But, on December 21st, I think it's a Sunday, we're going to have a winter solstice, what do you call that, singing bowl meditation in person. Here in town, down across town. So if you're local, mark that in your calendar. You can spend the evening on Sunday night from 7 to 9 p.m. I think we're going to make that really nice and late, so no one has any plans and any excuses. So you can sit with us and just let go and sit deep into the mystic and beautiful dark night of the longest night of the year. All right, I'm going to stop now. Enough chatting. Thank you for listening all the way. Happy almost second Advent. Bye.